Well, I think all my bones are sufficiently broken now. Hello! So, I think that awkward people are just people who are too scared of social rejection to just relax and act normal. And as someone who is constantly terrified of social rejection, I realize that I am a very awkward person. And I don't mean that in a way like, aw, she's so nervous and awkward. It's so cute. No, I mean I make people uncomfortable. I'm like the social equivalent of a futon. Because I may seem articulate here because I'm like really thinking about it, but I am not charming in person. When I try to talk to people in person, I get just really flustered and I might stutter and I might twitch. It's not a good conversation. So that being said, I realize that I have a lot of habits that make me really awkward to talk to. And what better way to showcase my insecurities than in a numbered list on the internet? So here are my 5 most awkward habits. Number 5, inappropriate squeaking. I tend to make squeaky noises whenever I don't know how to express a really strong emotion. I usually hold back my happy squeaks until I get comfortable with someone, but once we're there, I'm like, hey Beth, I made brownies in case you want any. Hey, do you want to go out tonight?
Yeah.
What do you think of this shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, how about this one? Yeah. It's even more awkward when I like squeak out of embarrassment, especially since I'm like constantly embarrassed. And unlike my happy squeaks, my embarrassed squeaks really aren't voluntary. I don't think about them when I do it. I'll just be sitting, chilling, and then I'll think of something embarrassing I did from 4 months ago, and then I'll be like, Number 4, awkward crying. So I put awkward cry instead of ugly cry because I specifically make an effort not to look ugly when I cry. And trying not to look ugly when you cry is, it looks awkward. Like I'll cry more if I realize that someone can see me crying because I'll get embarrassed, and so I'll like force my face not to like scrunch up in a cry. And I've had friends tell me how disconcerting that looks. Because I either have a completely stoic face, just expressionless with blood red watery eyes, or I'll make a very intentional comical sad face. Like if I get upset about something, it makes me feel better if I can just laugh and joke about it, but I'll like try to do that mid-cry, and so it just looks like, Beth, are you okay? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just doing my fountain impression. It's pretty great, right? Laugh, I'm hilarious! Number 3, finger popping. This is another one I don't think about when I do it. I just kind of do it whenever my fingers feel stiff, but that could very well be in the middle of a conversation. And that in itself isn't so awkward, it's just, it makes me look nervous when I may not be. What makes it awkward is I have like a very specific way of popping my fingers that I have to do every time. And I'll cycle through this specific popping pattern until each joint feels sufficiently bent out of shape. The most awkward part is when I actually am nervous when I pop everything. So I'll do all the popping at lightning speed and I look like a mouse trying to clean itself. What? Number 2, people watching. I have a horrendous habit of not just like staring at people, but like gawking at them. And not just at like attractive men, but people in general. It's bad enough when an attractive person walks into the room where I'm just flabbergasted that someone that looks like them exists. Just people in general who I see on a day-to-day basis, I'm just curious as to their lives. I'm nosy. So when I see people, I think, what's their family like? What kind of personality do they have? Do they like jazz? And I proceed to Sherlock scan someone who I've never even met in an attempt to sleuth out all of my nosy questions. Because in my head I'm a detective, but in reality I just look like Beth. And finally, number 1, oddly specific personal questions. Going with the previous habit of like staring at people and building up personas of them in my head, I will carry out entire conversations with people in my head, but I won't actually talk to them. And I will have full-on mental conversations with people who I've never even met, the personas that I've made up of them. And I know that like a lot of people will have fake conversations with people in their heads, but I feel like I take it a step further in that while I'll have a mental conversation with someone, I will have that conversation with them in my head head while the person is in the room with me. I'm terrified of having an actual conversation with someone that I could mess up. And like at the end of that conversation in my head, I'll have a question for them. And it would make sense if they had actually had the conversation in my head with me. But I just asked them this question at the end anyway. And it's just so awkward. It's just like, Beth, do you mind passing me the sugar? Yeah, sure. Oh, that's an interesting scar you have on your wrist. Yes, I was attacked by a Doberman when I was a child. I thought as much. By the way, it's curved like the jaws of a canine. You don't seem scared of dogs, though. No. I believe that we cannot judge all dogs by the sins of a few. You hesitated when you said that. Perhaps you have not completely conquered your fear. It's a daily struggle, yes. My next door neighbor, she has a dog. I knew it. Border collie, looking at the fur on your jacket. And from how high up on your collar it is, I can tell the dog jumped. It attacked you, didn't it? Yes, but I cannot let that dog or any dog dampen my love of canines. Beth? Do you force yourself to like dogs? What? Oh God. Oh God. Please tell me I'm not the only person who does these things. So yeah, those are my top 5 awkward habits out of the many awkward habits that I have. If we don't have any of these habits in common, I hope these at least made you feel better about yourself. Also, thank you guys so much for all of the really nice comments. I really wasn't expecting anyone to watch these videos except my friends and family, so thank you. And I would have liked to reply to more of you guys in the comment section, but I didn't want to like clutter it up. So feel free to message me on social media. I put it in the description below. You can just message me and ask me a question or ask me to do a story on like pancakes or dolphins. I'll probably have a story. I have a lot of weird stories. But yeah, thank you so much you guys for the encouragement, and I will see you guys later. Much love.